Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I uploaded my last video because I've been busy with work and some other personal stuff, but I'm back again with another video, and this time I'm going to discuss the timeline of my application for permanent residency in Canada under the Newfoundland and Labrador Provincial Nomination Program, or NLPNP. So I applied in 2022 and it took exactly 10 months after I got my passport with an immigrant visa. So my timeline would start when I got an email for an interview schedule up to the time when I collected my passport with an immigrant visa. So it took 10 months, but just a disclaimer, yours might take longer or faster depending on the requirements that you've submitted. If it's complete or they will require you to submit more documents, it will also depend on which pathway you are under. So without further ado, let's start. So February 7, 2022, I received an invitation for a job interview from a potential Canadian employer through email. So the schedule was February 9, 2022. They interviewed me at around 8 p.m. PH time. It was early morning in Canada. And then February 11, I received the confirmation that I passed the job interview. But during that time, my IELTS schedule was already processed. I mean, I've already set up an IELTS test and I've paid for it already. So February 13, I went to Manila to take the IELTS test. So since I took the computerized IELTS test, the results were out almost instantly. So I took the test February 13, February 17, the results were out already. So my score was okay. But then I still have to wait for the hard copy of my IELTS result. So since I was in the province during that time, I received the hard copy February 28. So same day I forwarded the scanned copy of the hard copy to my employer. So if you don't know how to book an IELTS test online, I made a separate video on it's a guide on how to book an IELTS test via British Council. So feel free to check that video out. So March 11, I received the job offer letter from my employer. It required me to sign the document and send it back to them. So I had it printed out and I had it signed and scanned again and then sent the soft copy to them on the same day because I was so excited. March 27, 2022, I started my NLPNP application online. You may start creating your NLPNP account in the NLPNP portal even if your requirements are not yet complete. And if you have any questions regarding the portal, please leave a comment below and I'll try to help you as much as I can. April 6, I received the NLPNP employment offer form from my employer, the filled up one. Because when you start creating an NLPNP portal account, you are required to submit that form to them filled up by the employer. So when you reach that point that you need to submit that, you have to download that template and send it to your employer right away so they can fill it out for you and send it back to you immediately. April 23, 2022, I finally completed and submitted my NLPNP application. So I've completed all the documents required and I've paid the fee already. So that's around 10,000 back then, but now it's completely free. June 21, 2022, I received an email interview from the immigration officer who's handling my account, and she also requested for a more updated bank certificate because the one I submitted previously was not really that updated. So if you're submitting any bank statement, make sure that is updated up to the last day before you submit it. Okay? June 23, 2 days after I received the email interview questions and the request for a more updated bank certificate, I answered and submitted my answers to the interview questions, and I've also uploaded the most updated bank certificate that I have during that time, which I requested a day after I received the request to upload the most updated bank certificate. So your timeline would also depend on how fast you can upload or submit the required documents after they requested it. July 6, my NLPNP application was approved. So I received an email containing directions that I have to do, and another email containing message for my employer on what they have to do on their end. July 10, 2022, since I have all the requirements that I need for my PR application, because I've also used them from my NLPNP application, I was able to submit my PR application already. I just had to pay the required fees uh, where I used my credit card, so it's fast and convenient. July 12, I received the employment offer ID from my employer together with the proof of payment. So I get this question a lot of times already. Which should come in first? Do I submit my work permit application first or my PR application first? So in my personal experience, it doesn't matter which one you submit first. But in my case, I submitted my PR application first because uh, I already have all the documents required for it. So um, since my work permit application still requires the employment offer ID, which will be coming from my employer, I wasn't able to submit it earlier than my PR application. So since I received my employment offer ID just in July 12, I was able to submit the PR application first, July 10, receive the employment offer ID and the proof of payment by my employer, July 12. And then July 13, I was able to submit my work permit application. Right after I submitted, I also received a confirmation of online application transmission from the IRCC. During that time, I've already created my GCKey account in the uh, IRCC website. So if you don't know how to create a GCKey account, how to apply for a permanent residency online, how to apply for a work permit online, I've made a separate video for each topic, so you may want to check out those videos in my YouTube channel. Also, feel free to subscribe if you like, if you find this channel very useful in this video. So I do not have that much video, so it's not really that hard to find those videos if you need to watch them. So July 14, I received a biometrics instruction letter for my work permit application. So I think I've discussed this in my previous video. I paid the biometrics twice because I submitted my PR application first. I paid for some fees plus the biometrics, and then when I applied for my work permit application, I've also paid another biometrics since I cannot remove it from the list, so I paid the biometrics fee twice. But don't worry if you have paid twice, because when they check it and they find out that you have paid for it twice, they will refund your other payment. July 17, 2022, I did my biometrics in VFS Global in Makati. By the way, this application is lodged and processed in the Philippines, and I did not have any agency to help me, so I just did and researched everything on my own. So going back to the biometrics topic, so if you need any help in registering or booking an appointment for your biometrics, I've also made another video for that, so please check it out in my channel. After having your biometrics taken, no need to do anything. You will see that it will update in your IRCC account. You will see there that you have done your biometrics at this specific date, and that's it. September 1, 2022, I received a new NBI request. So if you're having any problems or issues regarding your NBI, let's say you receive an instruction from IRCC to submit a letter from the NBI or an explanation letter or other proof, documents, etc. Except aside from your NBI certificate. So I've made a separate video about NBI issues. So I hope it will help you with your NBI concerns. In my case, I've had the same issue, but to summarize it, I just needed to upload the most updated NBI record that I have. So what I did is I went to NBI and just requested for a new NBI certificate and uploaded it, and that's it. So a day after that, September 2, I received a medical request from IRCC. So I booked an appointment with IOM and I did my medical last September 10, 2022. So if you have any concerns or if you need help booking an appointment with IOM, so I also made a separate video for that. So please free to check it out. So October 18, 2022, I received a correspondence letter and a passport request from IRCC. So this is for my work permit application. So October 10. So I lodged my work permit application July 13. So that's almost 3 months of waiting before my work permit has been approved. So July, August, September, October. So 3 months, more or less. So that's how quickly I got my work permit, my working visa, or I don't know what you actually call it, because you get your work permit the day you arrive in Canada. October 25, I submitted my passport to VFS Global in Makati, and I also got a free Canadian SIM. Okay, so November 7, I collected my passport. So I just enrolled in their SMS service. It costs around, I think, 125 pesos during that time. And just a pro tip, when you go to VFS, whatever your transaction is, please don't bring any unnecessary bags with you, because you can bring that inside the office. So you have to leave it in a locker and you have to pay the locker, I think around 100 plus, I forgot already. So you have to pay for that too. So to avoid any unnecessary fees, just don't bring any bags with you. Just bring your documents, your passport, picture, or whatever they require you to bring. Bring your own pen, or if you want, bring your alcohol, your phone, and your wallet, and that's it. You don't need your bag when you go to VFS. So the SMS service updates you via text if your passport is already back in VFS Global and if it's ready for collection. So in my case, I think mine was ready after 3 days after submitting. So that's how quick it is. But they advise you to come back a week after, just to be sure. October 31, 2022, I received the AOR, or Acknowledgement of Receipt from IRCC. It means that that's the only time they have opened, reviewed, and confirm that your application is received and it is complete. So from the day I submitted it, July 10, July, August, September, October, so around more over 3.5 months before they were able to receive my application, and it's online. So for some people, that is long already because some receive their AOR 1 month, 2 months after they have submitted, except for those, I think, express entry. If they submitted their PR application through the express entry stream, I think if you submit now, they will receive it right away or the next day after. But since I am under provincial nominee stream, so it would take a while. But 3.5 months is already faster than those who are still waiting 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and they haven't received, and IRCC hasn't received their application yet. So November 10, 2022, I received the pre-arrival services letter. So since I was not able to link my PR application or link or merge my PR application into my GCKey account, I received all the notifications and confirmation from IRCC via my registered email. It's a letter that informs you that you can use the pre-arrival services prior to arriving in Canada if you need a place to stay or anything that would help you settle in the country. So you can use it. There's a link in the letter and you can just click it and just explore the services that the Canadian government is offering for new immigrants coming into their country. November 22, finally, I received the passport request for them to stamp my passport with the immigrant visa. Yes, November 10. So that's when I lodged it, July 3rd, July 10, July, August, September, October, November. So exactly 4 months after I lodged it, I finally got the golden ticket or the passport request. So a funny story. Since earlier I mentioned that I was not able to link my PR application to my GCKey account, so I just received email. I just received notifications through my email, and that passport request came from an unfamiliar email address. So I thought it was just a scam because the email wasn't really not professional looking. So I still posted it in groups and I just confirmed there that it is legit and it's them telling me to send my passport for stamping already. November 29, 2022, I went to VFS to submit my passport for stamping. So with my passport, I brought along with me the letter that I received and the appendix that I received together with the passport request email from IRCC. I just printed it out and I filled it out with all the information required. Just basic information, your name, your birthplace, your eye color, your height, etc. Stuff like that. And I submitted it. December 9, I finally got my passport with my Canadian immigrant visa and the confirmation of permanent residency or the COPR. So when I leave the Philippines, that's all I have to show the immigration officer, together with the sticker at the back of the passport, which proves that I have undergone the pre-deployment orientation seminar. So if I don't have the sticker, I heard that it's enough to have the letter from POEA to show the immigrant officer before they can clear you out and you can board the plane. So also when you arrive in Canada as an immigrant, that's all you need to show: your passport with an immigrant visa and your COPR. So there, I started February 7. I got my immigrant visa December 9. So that's around 10 months of processing before I finished everything. Work permit, I got my work permit 3 months after lodging, and then permanent residency, I got the visa stamp on my passport 4 months after lodging my PR application. So again, it all depends on the stream where you're in and how fast you can fulfill the required documents after they've asked you to submit. By the way, you always have about 30 days to comply with the request. Otherwise, you have to submit a letter of explanation as to why you haven't submitted the required documents and why they have to extend the period of submission and stuff like that. But in my case, I was so excited to finish the application process. I was so excited to uh, leave for Canada. That's why my requirements were almost complete prior to starting the application process. So there, I hope this video helped you a lot. If you have any further questions with regards to this video or anything that you might want to clear up, so please free to leave a comment below. Thank you so much and good luck to your Canadian journey.